I'm going to start off with, are you an inherently competitive person?
Yes, I have siblings, and I think that that makes me competitive.
Can I ask what order you are in the sibling?
I'm the oldest, and then there's two
I
more.
I understand. um, what would your game show fun fact be?
I played hockey in a tropical country from the ages 12 to 18.
That's a good fun fact.
Yeah,
Fully approved. So obviously this is based on a true story. But what changed the most from the first version of the story you were working with to the one we saw on screen?
a lot. So initially, this was going to be like a Catch Me If You Can biopic, like
Mm,
an epic, huge multi-city thing. But then we fell in love with the challenge of keeping it into one single location. And then making it up like a little pressure cooker type of movie.
I felt the claustrophobia as a
Right.
byproduct. Yeah. Uh,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Emotionally, then, what was the most challenging scene to get right?
The final one.
Ooh,
Yeah, but definitely the final one. Haley came the last day of the shoot. So she had not seen anything, and we prepared a couple of clips of the game show so that she could familiarize herself with what she was going to be watching on the television. Um, and then she nailed it. Yeah, she saw there was one specific shot that we showed her, which was Michael looking at the camera, which we told him to look at his wife when we were shooting that, so that they could be in communication through the TV. And I think that was the most challenging one emotionally, and I'm super satisfied with the result.
amazing. What about logistically?
The police chase. I'm revealing too much, but yeah, the police chase.
Since we are going into spoiler territory, I love the setup of like all the cops being actors, like
Yeah,
having
yeah, yeah,
visited
yeah.
sets, like studio sets before. I was like, oh, this is only something that could happen in these
Exactly,
scenarios. Um,
exactly.
what do you admire most about the character of Michael?
His ability to execute under pressure. Because he rehearsed for 6 months, but then going onto set and actually doing what he did required a lot of guts and like very specific type of concentration with all the lights and all the people around him and like actually timing the butts into the board. So yeah, that
Not to say that he was scamming, but if you could pull off a scam, what do you think you'd succeed at?
performing as somebody else, I think I could easily do that.
So identity theft?
Definitely identity theft.
Okay. What is the most extreme thing you've done that you're willing to share for someone you love?
Make a movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very extreme. Is it this
yeah,
movie
yeah.
or is it a different movie?
Uh, my first movie actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like there was a lot of pressure to like become a filmmaker. And I guess I was like, okay, I'm crazy enough to make a movie to prove that I can. So, that
Wait, can I ask about where was the pressure coming from? Was like an internal
from my
pressure?
from my girlfriend at the time.
What?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I graduated undergrad and it was like, okay, so you finished film school, now what?
I see.
Um,
I see.
and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess I need to make a movie to show you that I'm worthy of your time, or whatever that was back
Yeah.
10 years ago. So, I made that movie.
The rest of my questions are slightly therapy. They are related to film, I promise. But I'm curious based on that. Like, are you someone who works better under external pressure or like internalized pressure?
Both, I think the perfect balance between both.
Okay.
Definitely interior first, but some exterior keeping me in check works too.
Okay. What is the first film that you saw in theaters that you were the impetus for going to go see?
Man on the Moon. So it
Oh,
was the first year of the millennium, and I was in Washington State in a tiny town called Wenatchee, and my parents went to see The Green Mile in the theater, and it was the only thing that was open in town, the cinema, because it was the first day of the millennium, January 1st, 2000. And I was a big Jim Carrey fan, and I saw the poster, and I was like, I want to watch Jim Carrey instead of The Green Mile. And I went in, and it changed my life because now I make movies because of it.
I wonder what would have happened if you'd seen The Green Mile, because it's also actually a pretty good movie. Like, it's not a terrible one, you know? It's not like they
Yeah.
were like, go see this drag trash film. But,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in a similar vein, growing up, who is your favorite fictional character?
I think it was as a child, it's very young, but Power Rangers, the red one.
I get you. Yeah. As the oldest older sibling, did you have to assert that you were the leader? Like, did your siblings ever try and dress up as the Red Ranger and you're like, no,
Yeah,
that's mine?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Still happens. But yeah.
I very much understand where you're coming from in that. What is the first time, if ever, you felt represented on screen?
Pass. I'm
You should
burning time.
the Red Ranger, Zordon, whatever.
No, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say, I was gonna go back to Man on the Moon, but just like as an outsider trying to break into something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I think that one.
okay.
But I didn't want to repeat the answer, so then I got caught up. I
No,
feel like
no, it's
there's a buzzer at some point, so I need to.
this is again a broader one, but related to this, I think. How do you define personal success now, and how has that definition changed from when you were younger?
Okay, so personal success now is being able to have my movie release in a bunch of theaters all over the US and
Okay.
seeing the movie in the theater. That's definitely personal success right now. Back in the day, I wanted to have going back to it, fuck, what's his name? Megazord. I wanted to have a Megazord. So the lion, the Power Ranger lion. No, was it a lion? What was it? A T-Rex. The T-Rex.
Oh, you wanted the fancy like auxiliary. You wanted the movie one.
I wanted the big boy. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, because like the TV show one is like the humanoid, but
yeah,
the
the
yeah,
square one.
I
Was it
have also
Megazoid? What's the name?
Megazord. It's a Megazord, right? Yeah,
Megazord. Megazord.
yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to have a Megazord. So I think things changed.
Have you gone back now that you're an adult with disposable income and recollected those things from your past? Do you have a Megazord now?
I don't know. I had not thought about them in 20 years, so I might be the time to start again.
What is one thing you would go back and tell yourself at the beginning of making this film that like not necessarily would have changed it, but that like you would have given, yourself as a either a pep talk or a warning or
Give less fucks.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I was a little bit too like cautious because it was my first movie with like Hollywood actors and like a bigger movie, and then so I felt a little bit cautious with my decision making. And I think next time, like I feel like I graduated, and next time I think I need to take bigger risks.
Did you ever like during the process of it like gain more? It's not that you weren't confident, but did you ever like self-recognize during, or was it only once that it was like wrapped and locked that you were like, "Oh,
No,
I wish I'd taken more risks."
definitely happened after day one. Like day one was nerve wracking, and then I was like, okay, I know how to do this. But also, like in the pre-production, we could have made things differently. Like in the yeah, like I think we played it a little bit safe. Yeah, but
Okay.
I would have taken more risks.
I think that is my time. Thank you so much. Congrats on the film.